Good morning, 8th graders. So we are going to be working on our earthquake-proof home gizmo today. So before you really get into any of the actual gizmo itself, remember you have some prior knowledge questions that need to be answered first. So I'm just going to kind of read through this, talk about it a little bit, and then we'll kind of move on from there. So the image shown shows a house in San Francisco damaged by the Loma Prieta earthquake in 1989. Why do you think this house fell? So we know that in California they experience earthquakes quite frequently. So why would this structure in particular fall? Okay. Number 2, what do you think a builder could do to make the house less likely to fall down in an earthquake? Use what knowledge you currently have. Don't go into the gizmo and start assuming things and all that fun jazz, but rather let's just think what you know. How could they make this home more susceptible or less susceptible of actually falling down? See if I can get my words straight today. So now we're going to jump into the gizmo itself, the warm-up. So if you go into your list of gizmos, you have already done the flood and storm-proof home. We are now looking at the earthquake-proof home. So when you click into that, it's going to bring you to a page similar to this. Launch gizmo here or launch gizmo up here, whichever works best for you. I'm going to throw mine into full screen so that that's what we see. You'll see you cannot click on hurricane or flood. The only option you have is earthquake. So for the gizmo warm-up, an earthquake is a type of natural disaster. A natural disaster is a sudden event that can destroy homes and hurt people. With the disaster-proof home gizmo, you can try to build a house that won't fall down in an earthquake. So you are going to select this. So select earthquake, and then what is a fault? Okay, San Francisco is a city located near many faults. Faults are large cracks where rocks slide by one another. So what is a fault? A large crack where rocks slide by one another. Please don't make this more challenging than it needs to be. Select next. Watch what happens in San Francisco. Okay, so clearly this little jut out is a little dramatic, but you get the idea. Okay, earthquakes happen near faults. An earthquake is the shaking of Earth's surface caused by moving rock. The question that is listed for 2A, what is an earthquake? Shaking of Earth's surface caused by moving rocks. Letter B. Why do you think many earthquakes happen in San Francisco? So San Francisco is located here. As the blue lines are kind of indicating for you, there's a fault over here, there's a fault over here, and we can only assume that this is a fault as well, or they wouldn't have placed it. So why is San Francisco so prone to earthquakes? Okay, you are going to hit next. Your goal is to build a house that won't collapse in an earthquake. The first step is to pick a location. So this starts activity A. Okay, so activity A, if necessary, select earthquake on the map and then click next until you get to the location choice. So your screen should look like this at the beginning of A. And then you are going to go through. It says predict. That means make an assumption before you actually test the theory. Okay, predict. Check that you are in the location screen. Select location 1 bedrock. Location 1 bedrock. Okay, your first house will be built on bedrock or layers of rock below the soil. From the saved house area, drag house A into the building site. House A is a basic home. So they have already given you your first home. So what do you think is going to happen to this house in an earthquake. Now you can see it's built on a slab. It's built using wooden frames. It has vinyl siding, a gable roof, asphalt shingles, and no extras. So what do you think will happen? Okay. Make a prediction, and then you can click the play button. So test house, then you'll click the play button. Okay. I am going to leave you to it from here. By the time you get to activity B, you are going to be changing some of the requirements of your home, and you'll go through until you hopefully build yourself a home that is destruction-ish proof. Obviously, not everything is 100% destruction proof, but it could be. So that is what you are going to be doing. If you have any questions, please let your teacher know, and we would be happy to help you. Awesome. Thanks so much.